place is creepy. It looks so good though. Not the best segue. This place is creepy. It looks so good though. Oh, that looks majestic. And disgusting. It's a beautiful game. And again, this is on PS4 Pro, so like I feel like on PC this must look incredible. Gotta keep that thing on me just in case. What are you talking about, Momo? I don't see any way to open this gate. I got you, brother. Let me go do cat stuff. Huh! Huh! I don't want no problems with nobody. No problems with nobodies. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Access control system is blocked off. Random place for trash, although we are in a sewer. I'm sure that Zerks are gonna come out and play momentarily. And honestly, I wish they would. I'm equipped now. Yeah, I got the UV Glock. And I will dump on the first Zerk I see. Bet money. My confidence is waning. Overwhelming silence. Got a zombie army. Like light work. One? Welcome to Earth. Like, as soon as you spawn, you get caught up. What'd you learn? Should have stayed in your pizza womb. Huh. Any hidden secrets I can get a touch of? What's this? Can I get inside of it? No, wait for me! You know, honestly, it'd be really funny if Homeboy just kind of dipped out without you. Like, alright, dog. I can't make that jump. I've never been this far out of the slums. You hear, I'm not even scared. I give you confidence? I make you brave? Me, a kitty cat? Oh my god, look at this misty opening. Look how good this looks. Oh my god. All the screenshots. This place looks so good. If you jump down here, you will get got. Know that. Don't do it. Don't do it. I wish you would. Nah, you ain't about that life. Winding up as disposable every 5 seconds, yeah. I want one of those. So I can be a super plush indie Instagram photo taker. I'm not a photographer, a photo taker. And everything I would caption with disposable camera. So that whoever saw my photos would say, whoa, you took that with a disposable Kodak? Then again, some people aren't team digital. You know? Due to proper color representation. And I respect that. At times, I don't know if I feel the same way or not, but I definitely see the merits, you know, in using actual film versus recording or shooting everything in digital format and saving it to an SD card. You know what I mean? I'm not quite the purist where that's only like all I'll do. But when I see the differing factors, yeah, for sure. See the value. What's up? All this old machinery is broken now. I think we can only open it manually. Dang. Ain't that a shame? All right, let's do it. Were you waiting for me to speak to you the entire time? My bad, dog. What are you doing? Yeah? Yo! Boy, it's strong! Ah! Are you gonna hold it? Jump the door, won't hold for long? Oh, my bad, man. I'm going. I can't go on with you, but I won't stop looking for a way. Oh, when you find Balthazar and Clementine, tell them I was brave. Okay. Oh, brother. Maybe you should have came with me. Yeah, this is... I'm not sure anyone could have predicted this for Kitty Cat game. Hey everyone, it's the fine folks at Annapurna Interactive here to give you a look at Stray. Stray is a game about a kitty cat, a cyberpunk kitty cat. Boasts the bowels of the sewers coated with an infestation of an alien being that looks like pizza. Vividly disgusting. Although, given their history, this kind of tracks. I'm too good at that? It's my job. It's just a matter of knowing who you're working for. Sometimes I get to do it like this. Sometimes it's Twitch Weekly. What's up? It's Adrian. This is my casual Twitch Weekly voice. We're gonna talk about some video games. And then there's the AAA studio that's like, no. Be the person we paid everyone else to be. You're like, all right. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Adrian here to tell you about all the technical happenings right here in Stray from Annapurna Interactive. Now, what's a poor cat to do when navigating all these sewers? How do you defend yourself? Could you claw everything? Well, you probably could, but there are better ways to deal with the Zerks. Who are the Zerk exactly? Well, that's what our deep dive is for. Ah! There we go. Meow, meow, kitty cat, cat. Get off me. Oh, I can zap him, make him burst. Yeah, I'm finna zap your whole colony. Anybody can get it. I like that I'm now... Are you trapped in the wall? That's hilarious. I love how my kitty cat is now actively seeking out battles. No longer are we running scared. Now we are the ones who knock. That's great. I feel like this is secrets right here. Oh my God. Everything's ready to burst. My bad. Blow the whole joint up. That's awesome. I can hear them. What is that? What do you call that noise? Purring? Gurgling? Oh no, I just saw this. There's a few robots right here. I hope that's not Zabaltazar and Clementine. Smelly paws? Oh, because of the sewer? Yeah. Oh, that is ominous. Look over there. You can see the Zerks way over yonder. So I can go down that way. Or I can go that way. Let's go back this way. Because I feel like that was an optional thing where you could have just snuck past all of that and not dealt with it unless you choose to do so. And I chose to do so. What's my reward for doing so? Memory! What we got? The sewer system. Yes, I remember now. Clean water was scarce. The city was supplied by huge machinery that dug deep into the earth. Just like everything else, it was rationed out to sustain people during times of drought. The scientists showed me the blueprint of the water tanks. They are huge and could contain a whole building in them. Baba Booey. Yeah? That's cool. Hello, Krot. What's the latest update? What we got? You're asking how I'm doing first? Oh, thank you. It's like usually you show up and you're like, hey, I'm eating a bologna sandwich. I made it. And I'll be like, cool. I feel good today. I feel really good today. You know what I mean? Had good conversations earlier. I've got my friends with me watching the stream, hanging out. Cat stuff happening on the stream. A lot of W's. Roast bologna. You don't like bologna? I'm not sure I like bologna in its regular state, but like fried bologna, when it curls up like a suction cup, I feel like that's undefeated. You know what I mean? The fried bologna. Actually, you know what? Some places actually serve gourmet fried bologna. Real talk. And it snaps. Let's see what we got. Cat paws. Cat paws. What a brave jump for a kitty cat. Wowie, wow, wow. Do so much. What are you giving for it? Salami? I can't say I have a great deal of familiarity with salami. Enough to make it a preference. Oh, I thought I could sneak back that way. I guess not. Do you like salami just by itself, or do you need salami paired with something? Better fall back. What? What's happening? Why? What is this? I didn't even do anything wrong. I got attacked. And the game crashed. Oh, what a great save point. Let's go. I'm finna light y'all ass up now immediately. Ain't none of y'all grabbing me. Except for you. That's what caused it in the first place. Oh, the crash. Okay. Thought you were talking about CD in general. This is the best weapon I've ever had in a game. This is like the BFG of cat games. A sentence I never thought I'd say. You know, I would say we're about 3 years away from another popular website making one of those top 20 best weapons ever in a video game list. You know what I mean? That would include the BFG. Or the Zodiac Spear from 10. The crowbar from Half-Life, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like if the tanning bed light from Stray doesn't make the top 10 list in the next 5 years, then that list has no credibility. Oh, spicy Dijon mustard, pepper jack, Colby jack, salt and pepper, oregano, and spinach. That sounds delicious, man. Give me one too. I'm gonna order pizza. What are you thinking? What are you thinking, Naja? The dubstep gun from Saints Row 4? Not a bad choice, actually. I've said before that game was a little too wacky for me too quickly. Like, it got OP and wacky in the first 6 hours. I felt OP. And then I didn't want to play anymore because I felt too strong. You know what I mean? Something like that, I don't. What would you all put in your top 10 list? Don't give me all top 10, but name a weapon from a game that you would add to your top 10 or top 20 of best or most OP weapons from a video game. Maybe the grappling hook from Just Cause, because there wasn't much you couldn't do with that. Ooh, you know what else? The grenades from Infamous. Cole McGrath's ability to launch those staticky electric grenades, those were power. Perfect Dark, the alien gun that goes through walls. That gun was about that life. Yeah, Tech, I agree, it was. When I first hear the phrase snitches get stitches, I was a child who just watched Lilo and So Burb, naturally, how long did you keep snitching before you realized you weren't getting your very own little alien? And when you stopped, did you forever stop snitching? Did it make you snitch less because of the lies told to you? Now you foster an environment of secrets, not because you feel like it's the right thing to do, but because you feel betrayed. The Lancer from Gears of War, pretty safe, you know, pretty vanilla. I like that. The Holy Moonlight Sword, yes sir, agreed. The dildo from Saints Row, you know, honestly, it's a gimmicky, wacky weapon, but it is absurdly strong. I remember getting that in Saints Row, and if you duff anyone with that dildo, they go careening. Like, they will Tokyo drift down the street with one whack. It's amazing how strong that dildo is. Again, words I never thought I'd say out loud. Here we are, creating content. The Bloodborne hammer, the Kirk hammer from Bloodborne? I almost want to agree because, as you know, it's my favorite, but Holy Moonlight Sword kind of takes the cake. But I'll always favor the Kirk hammer. Every vehicle in GTA, fair. Oh, Cost Parasite. Okay. I've been doing an uncanny Cost Parasite weed. You're my favorite milkweed. Hey, guess what I don't like? Dubstep aliens. That was short-lived trauma. Okay. Since that lie, I've become the first practitioner in a strongly Christian family. It suddenly affected me slightly. Okay. proud of you, Burp. You're a big Hammer and Axe fan. I'm trying to think what else. In the history of gaming, what sticks out as like a, ooh yeah, that's definitely the business. You know what? Strider's Ouroboros. I feel like it's pretty OP. I mean, a bunch of spinning orbs that surround your character to destroy anything it comes in contact with. Really good weaponry. I mean, I would definitely add that to the list. We really are dubstep cat. I heard that running water and I thought it was those critters hatching and spawning and running towards me, and I'm happy it wasn't. Oh, the service weapon from Control. See, that was a time period when I was playing a lot of games and I didn't play Control, but I watched people play Control, so I know what you're talking about, and I agree. I almost want to say the Dead Space gun, but I think it's more iconic than it is deadly. Because in order for it to be deadly, you have to chop them down to size. Otherwise, they would just take out everything by itself. Which it kind of really doesn't do. You know what I mean? Oh! The nuke from Fallout 3. The baby nuke. That's definitely on the OP list. You basically walk around with a handheld nuke and you can take out entire settlements. Terraria magic weapons. You know what? I played Terraria on stream for a little bit, and I'm not as familiar with them. We also played a lot of, what was the other one called? The space-based one. Batman, right. Thank you. Can I put the Monster Hunter hunting horn weapon type? Yeah. That's what I used when I played. How is it possible to play 70 to 80 games a year? Diversify the content, I guess. I mean, stream 5 days a week. I don't beat all of them. I beat around 40% of the games that I play. You know, so mathematically, of course, for every 10 that I play, I beat 4. Some are 80 hours long, some are 10 hours long, some are 4 hours long. Uh-oh. And some can't be beat. Like fighting games you don't really beat. MOBAs you don't really beat. There's games you play, sports games you don't really beat. Hey, those are eyes. Welcome to Astro World. Nacha never did tell me what kind of pizza she was getting. Mr. Tooth was a unicorn that show a rainbow laser out of his ass. He held it. I don't even want to read that sentence. I beat them. I want to say Cap, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Matt, can I help you? Maybe Batman's Bat Decoder from the Arkham games? Because I feel like there's no safe, no code that he can't crack with that. In terms of top weapon listing. You know what I mean? Booty blast in midair. Sausage and black olive. Leave me alone. I'm trying to hit a deadline. I'm sick. I know you're sick. That's why you're gonna hit your deadline. Are you kidding me? Yo, Riggs. Tell Naja she's sick, even though she already knows it. Ooh. Baby, what is you doing? Okay, that makes sense. I struggle to finish the longer games. Then I feel anxiety over all the complete games hanging over my head and just move on. I think there's a balance to all that, right? Like a lot of times, there are streamers who play a lot of games and never bother to complete them. And I feel like there are some games that you could argue that every game has more merit when you beat it, right? Because you've seen more of the story. But I feel like for more games or not, for some games it has more merit and value than other games do, right? Because of the twist, because of the conclusion, there are some games that you should just finish and need to finish. God of War on PS4, for example. You gotta see all the way through. You should beat that game. And then there are some games that you don't have to feel guilty about beating, because if you played most of it, you got a feel for what the game has to offer. Like, as good as the Uncharted games are, you don't have to beat them. As good as the Tomb Raider new series games are, you don't have to beat them, right? But you gotta adjust to the story from playing them. So you play halfway and you don't beat it, get the majority of what you needed from those games, you know what I mean? But I would argue God of War, what makes it special is what you find out along the way. And a lot of loose ends get tied up upon completing it. Whereas a game like Dark Souls and Bloodborne, yeah, it makes more sense once you beat it. A lot of the lore gets settled. You don't have to. You know what I mean? So I think when you're playing through many games, if you have many experiences you want to go through, it's a matter of what stories you feel like need to be completed. So you can say, okay, that was an experience and I enjoyed it all. Because I feel like a lot of times when you're talking video games with your friends, you're discussing the moments, right? Did you play this game? What do you think? Wasn't it fun? Remember when this happened or that happened? Only games that have poignant endings do your friends ask you what you think of the ending, right? For the rest of the time in casual conversation, did you play that game? Yeah, it's pretty good, right? They're even asking you, what was your favorite moment? Cap is your nickname? Unfortunate. You've never played God of War? The PlayStation 1 on PlayStation 4, clarifying, or any of them. Because they're all like, I would argue most of them up into the PS4 version are a lot of the same, right? But they're all fun experiences. Even the ones on PSP, highly underrated. PSP ones are really good. God of War, Breath of the Wild, remake, recent big, I must play this and only this until it's completed. RE8 too. I think RE8 I can agree with even though I don't play it, just because I watched it and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see what happens with this game, for sure. Remake, definitely for sure. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, because of the ending, for sure. Okay, yeah. I would argue that Final Fantasy VII Remake falls under both categories. I think Remake's a game that you can play for 30 hours and feel like you've got a good judge of everything. But at the same time, you should finish it. But I feel like finishing it means more if you play the other games that are relevant to it, right? Otherwise, if you beat Remake, you might think, oh, that's kind of cool. But if you played 7 and the rest of the game with Crisis Core, you're like, oh, this is really good. Definitely Resident Evil, definitely God of War, for sure. You know what's weird about Breath of the Wild, Riggs? I loved every bit of that game that I played. But when I beat it, I don't feel like I gained anything. I just liked the experience all the way through. But beating it in the end and all that, I don't think mattered to me as much as playing the game all the way through. You know what I mean? I miss the PSP, rest in peace Vita. I feel like there was a step in the right direction for console phones. Sure. For sure. Especially since Sony dropped their own version of the PSP as a phone. It was a Sony Ericsson. Yeah, the God of War games, Chains of Olympus, and I forget the other one on PSP are stupid good. And really push the technology of what the PSP is capable of doing. To the point where I think right now you could boot it up and you'd have fun. If you were in a long car ride to Florida from Upper Michigan, you could play it all the way through and be okay. Ghost of Sparta? Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a third one too. You'd think I would know Mr. Handheld guy, but I think there's a third one too. Don't quote me. Yeah, really good. I keep thinking about, speaking of games to add to the list, because my backlog's freaking pretty decent right now in terms of completing it. I've done a good job of catching up. But I keep wanting to try out Skyward Sword. I think maybe because I enjoy Breath of the Wild so much, and I don't feel like doing Breath of the Wild again or doing Master. But Skyward Sword HD on Switch, I don't know, it's looking mighty fine. We never got that Gran Turismo PSP rear view mirror functionality. Still mad about that? Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying like you would use your PSP to act as your rear view mirror while playing Gran Turismo? I never knew that was an idea. If that's an actual thing, that sounds hot. That sounds hot. Good. We don't deserve that. I always think that's one of the biggest misses with handhelds is having them as a second device or second screen. Which they did do for a few different games. I think Metal Gear actually used it that way. It's an ingenious technology idea. But niche market because you're relying on someone to have both the console and the handheld. But if you do, my oh my. Shut it off during a press briefing, but it never happened. That sucks. Skyward Sword is sick. Giant enemy crab, Calzillion rage racer to no response to the crowd on the sub. Yikes! That's tough. There's a whole lot of shoulda, woulda, couldas, didn't, would have been nice. There was one game that I think Shish Kebab posted that never quite saw the light of day. And it looks like a Souls-esque game. A little bit of Dragon Dogma. That was supposed to come out for the PlayStation. Got canceled. I forget what it's called. Yep, the Capcom game. Yep. Yep. Looks so good. Deep Down. Yeah. There's a lot of things we'll never get, unfortunately. Like Deep Down. Like the LA Noire sequel. Although, given the name, maybe it's for the best. But the idea that LA Noire Team Bondi never got a encore presentation is unfortunate. Oh man, I just realized I still want to play, because I don't have a PlayStation 5. Ratchet and Clank. That feels like it came out 5 years ago. I remember watching the gameplay for that on someone else's stream and ripped apart. And it looks so good. And I'm not even a big Ratchet and Clank fan. You know what I mean? It looks so good. Oh God. Y'all can jump across? Ha ha! Never played a bunch of them. Cool games though. I actually have I have Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Dexter on my PS Vita, as it were, because they can run really well on there. And I just keep waiting for a lull in my gaming period where I can just stop and play those for a bit. But of course, right now I'm playing Pokemon Heart Gold in my free time. So that's where my free time is going. And honestly, as someone who's a Gen 1 and Gen 2 baby, like playing Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, and playing Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, and not playing Platinum at all, and playing Pokemon Shield, and skipping everything else, Black and White, X and Y, etc., Moon, Sun. Heart Gold is super good. I just got the Goldenrod City. And this game, there's so much cool stuff you can do. That stupid Voltorb game having locked down the department store. People you can only find at certain times of the day. Like the telephone feature. This is a really fun game to play. I think had I played Heart Gold when it dropped, I would have been locked in for hours. So I'm kind of happy I didn't. It's all I would have done. I gotta find a way to evolve, I think, my my Ghastly eventually. Because of course my Ghastly is gonna become a Haunter, but I think my Haunter can't become a Gengar unless I trade. But trading on Heart Gold now seems like a uh-oh kind of thing. But I think there's a long form way I can do it and then go backwards to another transition process. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna want my Gengar. My Gengar is named Bats. Duh. Oh, what a delicate kitty cat step. It's so cute. Yeah. I just beat Ratchet last week, and it's honestly one of the best looking games I've ever seen. Every time I see it on stream, Tech Noir, and then I think about when I saw it in person, that is one of those games I look at and go, my God, what you see does not do it justice. You know what I mean? What you see versus what you experience in person. Crystal clear ROM hack. What is this? The eyes are actually changing. Nah, don't do that. You won't. I'll just zap you from right here. Easy. I can hear more of them too. Crystal clear is open world. Choose which city you started in. More starter variety in Pokemon. I don't know, dog. So I feel like once I beat Heart Gold, I might take a Pokemon break. Then I might move on to XY. Or Black and White, rather. Then XY. So it might be a bit before I even play with the idea of any kind of hacks. You know what I mean? I feel like hacks might be for those who have experienced the entirety of the Pokemon library. Then again, maybe I'm wrong. Am I? Am I wrong? Zap your dumb ass. Comb your beard. That's what I forgot to do. Okay, don't laugh, but I forgot to comb my beard. I forgot to massage oil into my beard today, so, you know, because I have curly hair. And when you know it, if you have naturally curly hair, guess what else is curly? Your beard hair. So I constantly need to put oil in it and brush it so it detangles while maintaining its curls. I'm going to the gym later, so that's the whole thing too. Video games, easy. just felt like pushing that in the water. I hate my curly hair. I want cool straight hair like Cloud Stripe. That was me in my youth. Boo, curly hair is so toxic. Why am I not like everybody else? And as I got older, I was like, oh my god, I'm dumb. Curly hair is the best. Straight hair sucks. Are you stuck in the wall, my good dude? Unfortunate. I wish I could rescue you, but I've kind of seen War of the Worlds, so I know how this works out. Still not a big fan of the creepy eyes, but whatever. You rolling around, Groby? Where you rolling off to? Whoa! Prometheus? That you? Ew! It's wet down there. Oh, a cutscene. Say less. Oh no! No way! We gotta book it now? Sucks, sucks, sucks. This sucks. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Frig off. Hey, memories down here? Any secrets? Secret hunting is so whack. I swear to God, if they hide any secrets down these corridors, I'm gonna be so mad. Capital M. Oh, they can't. Because if my little dude's disabled right now, like inactive, then he can't examine them, right? They can't hide any memories down those little corridors because if I found them, he couldn't examine them because he's passed out. A health bar to show up? Nope. The screen just gets progressively more red and red and red the more damage you take. I was actually almost dead. If you saw a health bar, it would have been at 5%. Aw, no. No way! Oh, thank God. That would have been a sadder death than Harshafont. Real talk. Oh, the big eye monster. Oh, like the music changes. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. It was dark. I was alone. It felt like I was back into the network. But you saved me. Thank you, friend. Drawing that much power was rough on my core. The defluxor is completely destroyed now. I'll have to be careful. Oh no! I can't flux anyone up any longer. I now have one defense mechanism. Run away. As it should be. Huh. BFG lost. Yeah, dog. You ain't wrong. One can never have too much insight. I disagree. Once you have too much insight, you start to see things you wish you wouldn't have. Although an advantage to having too much insight is having the hunter's dream. Song changed to Moonlight Melody. That's kind of a W. If it pleases you, one might say. Yeah, I can definitely sneak my kitty cat hide through there. Are these things on spikes? Nice. Aw. My little face. Little kitty cat face. But hey, it's Momo. I thought I wouldn't see you any Momo. Well, that's not Momo. Are you the Baltazar? Dog, there's no way Momo would have made it this far. Or maybe you're Clementine. Hello. I've come a long way. That face. Hello, I'm a cat. Thank you. Baladin. A traveler from the sewers. We haven't seen one of you in ages. Are you the one who contacted us earlier, the little outsider? Zabaltazar the outsider has been expecting you. He's meditating at the top of our village. What is with everybody in meditation? Well, thanks for the invite. Happy to be here. Wouldn't believe what I lost coming here. Ooh, look at that. Everything in this game is screenshot worthy. Can't believe there's no camera mode. In 2022, I added extra 20s. Point out how ridiculous it is. Ant Village. Where's Uncle Village? Shut up, Adrian. This machine. The scientist I assisted used one of these. He was sick. This was his last hope. He walked into the machine. But I wasn't with him. He was alone. What was he doing? He uploaded himself into the computer and then everything was... Oh my god, it is like Soma. Dude. So when humanity was on the brink of extinction, your scientist friend uploaded his consciousness, or their consciousness, well, his, into the computer? Really? With the upload, something went wrong. He was stuck for hundreds of years. Until a little cat appeared. Was it? It was me. I was the scientist. I was human. I need a moment. I'm not even sure how you'd process that you once were human, and several hundred years later, you are now a sentient floating robot. Like, how, the anxiety you'd feel as a human being, right? But what would you feel as a robot? Would you feel anxiety? Could you? I'm not sure if you could. Could you feel? Don't answer this. I don't want to know the answer to this question. I know, Kroby. Are you on emo mode only? I can't believe they graffitied my stasis pod. That's disrespectful. Is that up a bomb? Looks like one. Oh, I forgot I can focus. For a little depth of field trickeration. Oh, what a good shot. Those little kiddos down there playing. Beautiful. Okay, you're emo mode only? All right. Okay. Do you? I hear music. Definitely knocking this over. Perfect. Definitely knocking these over. Perfect. Hi. I'm sorry. I need a moment. I don't feel like talking right now. Oh, I can't meet anyone. Yeah, because you're still going through it. All right. Grieve on your own time, I guess. Just gonna scratch this if you don't mind. Hi, Bogey. My real life kitty cat. This is the song that plays in Disney films after a breakup when you're cheering your best friend up. Hey, come on, it isn't so bad. After all, you've survived worst, and it's gonna get better soon. You'll see. You have all your friends, that includes him, and me. So what? You lost a few. You're bound to lose a few more. Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. What? Don't tap your foot at me. I'm adorable. It's just dominoes. Foul. Riggs, you can't tell me this is the exact kind of action you would take. That's the most real Riggs thing I've ever done in a video game. Such a cat thing to do. And they can't even be mad at me. Whoa! What? Now the key obviously is to make sure you wait until they put them all back up there and then you do this. Ha! Oh, Mahjong? Oh, it is Mahjong. You're right. I'm over it. I feel zero remorse, zero regret, and I'm likely to do repeat actions. Clap for me. I can write the bucket down. I can take this tree over. I can take the ladder up. Can't remember that because homie's going through it. Wake up. Hey. Wake up. Guess not. How did I know? I knew as soon as I said Mahjong, I'm like, she's gonna hear it. She's very busy doing work stuff. But there are a few things that Naja can resist in the sound of Mahjong. Oh, what you watching? Is your TV stand a dryer on his side? Yes. Let's go. Me too. We living. You just hit your deadline. My pizza is here. Good. Maybe it'll put you in a better mood. Talking to me like that. Actually, speaking of Riggs, that's the Riggs face right there. Oh, that's the J-Rock face. I thought it was the Grimace. Never mind. Dryer on this side is my monitor setup. Same. Used to be. Meow. Almost like a Yoshi cat. I don't even want to know. Is that tree sap? Could be robot, you know, some things. Oh, look at the clothes laying on the clothesline. It's a nice touch. When I'm in a better mood, I type smiley faces and you get all suspicious, so F word that. See me censoring. I know, Riggs. It was hard to know if that's true or not because you haven't typed a smiley face in who knows how long. Stop typing, get your pizza. Okay, I'm a cat in the cat tree. Okay, taking the cat pathway. Okay, I can't take that purple plant. Drink. 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 Oh no. They're back at it again. I'm just playing, y'all. Let me just make this jump up here. Oh, I can go down this way? Man. I saw the cat bucket, so I could have done that too. Look at all the cat stuff I can do. I don't want to go that way. Huh. Huh. Ha! Take red plant. Okay, so purple plant, red plant. Got it. What else? Uh-oh. We got a senpai bot. They blushing. I'm sorry, but I can't meet either one of you because my friend's kind of going through an existential crisis right now because they're finding out they're not actually fully robot. They're a human consciousness uploaded to robot several years later. So, yeah. I'll be back later. I didn't write the bucket down, so it's still up there. Unfortunate. Hut. Alright. Go. Just gonna knock those over because I feel like I have to. Running cat. There we go. Meow. Oh, hey! What else have I forgotten? I must have had parents, friends. What happened to everyone? I want to open the city, but is there even anyone left to save? Oh, that's tough. You uploaded your consciousness up so you could finish your work to open the city up to your friends if they survived. Once it was habitable again. Oh boy, that's rough. I don't wish that on anyone. Just making cat noises. A lit of this? I guess. Can I? Okay. Someone's talking mad stuff. I can hear him. Hold on. Hold on, you know what time it is. This little creature keeps running around me and serpentining around me and rubbing against me while I'm playing the game. Don't you? Hi. Hi. Hi, Tiny Paws. Hello. Oh. I have here one deluxe size cat, by the way. Thanks for the floof time. Anytime. Just like in Metal Gear, they said the world called for wet work, and we answered, the world called for kitty cat time. And I answered. Mr. B is nuclear. Okay. Catapon. I don't smell any. Oh, wait. Toxic hours, let's go. You know, it'd be a real shame if their game of Mahjong got broken up. What's up? I won't do it again. Real talk, I won't do it again. On purpose. It's just sometimes you want a little attention, you know, and you gotta find different ways to get it. You know, if you think about it, all the different ways you can ascend places, whatever pathway you take, it kind of tells a story of what kind of cat you are. You know what I mean? If we were kitty cats, you gotta think about what way would you navigate to the top? Would you take the ladder? Would you take the pipe? Would you jump from headlamp to upper board? The way that I took? What is this? Are you Zalzabar? Yep. Hey! Don't you know not to interrupt the fellow during his transcendental meditation? Oh, it's you. You were with Momo when we received that call earlier. I'm glad to meet you at last, little outsider. You know Momo and Doc, so you're already familiar with us outsiders. I missed them. Their memory brings me peace. Momo stayed in the slums. I heard you helped find Doc. Clementine, she's in Midtown now. If you still want to see the outside, she's the one who can get you there. Apparently she has some kind of plan to leave the city. Here, take this. I wrote her address in the back of this picture. Aww! Look at the smiley face in the picture, that's so cute. To reach Midtown, climb up our little village. It should be easy for a dexterous one like you. If you manage to reach the outside, you'll be the very first. I'd wish you good luck, but you don't need it. I believe in you. A message everyone should have for their friends. Must save that. Also, this music playing right now. I'm sorry for shutting down earlier. I'm human. Probably the last one in the world. Now look what's left of me. So much has come back to me. How much have I forgotten? Maybe if we can find Clementine, we can restore my memories and get you back home at the same time. We can go back down and find out more from the companions or head over to Midtown. I kind of feel like maybe we should get this dude's memories back because humans are untrustworthy. So the more human this robot becomes, the more likely I am to not trust them. Y'all feel me? The more I feel like I'm putting myself in danger, the more I make you human. Help you restore your memories. But maybe we're not around for a reason. Oh my God. Do you see the reflection in these TVs? No way. Ah! Yo! I'm in love. I am going to take so many screenshots of this video game. I've also discovered that in addition to using photography in game to capture beautiful moments, it helps me recall fond memories of the game that I experienced, you know? And I think that's important. It's one thing to play a game and say, yeah, I played it. Well, I kind of remember this or that. But to have screenshots dedicated to certain moments or nuances, I think that's special and important. Oh, I came up against you? Tough. Scratch your shit up. About to get put out? They would never. What up, egghead? What up, big head? OSRT 88 oil. Ooh. Is that a bundle of wires in the deep fryer? With cooking oil? Motor oil? I don't know what that is, but it looks delicious. You'll cook me some too. I'm at work, so I'm getting paid to talk shit. I love that for you. Give me that yellow plant. Krobby's in emo mode only right now, so expect that. That's how you make original deep fried memes. I wouldn't know. I've never made a meme in my life. Just gotta shove some bottles around. I'm gonna go back down and talk to those other cats. Meow. All right, buddy. Meow. Let's start with... I don't recall seeing you last time. Oh yeah, I spoke to you earlier. Paladin. Oh, you're saying the same thing you said last time, that you're off to go play Warhammer? Take care. Enjoy. I hope you get all the hams you need. All right, let's talk properly. Did you know there are more than 900 shades of white paint? Don't tell anyone, but I'm creating my own shade of paint. I'm calling it garbage brown. Feels racist. Can't prove it yet. May is in her deconstructivist period, so she says. I'm sure she'll become a great artist. If only she could practice elsewhere. Don't be like that. Support your friend through their period of deconstruction. I do love the smell of fresh paint. It reminds me of... Oh wait. I can't smell anything. How sad. No! Don't frown! I'm knocking... oh, you already know. I'm about to ruin your whole outfit. Bow! Take that, possible racist robots. How's this for deconstruction? Yo, this house racist like that mahjong game. Statistically, I should have won at least 8 times. Maybe you're not good at mahjong. Nacha, this is you in the future. Obviously, you're right there, the one winning. And you go by Noam. Like Noam Dar? I guess you're Scottish now, too. 9,536 games, 1-6. Don't tell anybody I'm actually programmed to win at this game. That's tough. Imagine spending the rest of your life playing mahjong against somebody who's programmed to be good at it and win. Ain't no way. Bucket cat. Just meowing for no reason, as often cats do. Give me that red plant. Easy. Those flowers look pretty. There's probably a robot that would love them. Gotcha. This is a picture of Clementine and Zabalthazar. Tell us to find her. She's an outsider, too. There's also a series of symbols in the back of the picture. Scan her address. Cool plant. What's up, gang? Some may call this junk. Me? I call them treasures. I was a bell-bop many cycles ago, but I've repurposed myself into a treasure hunter. Don't be fooled by the sound of it. It can be hard and gruesome. Just like this arm I found. Poor fellow, may he rust in peace. Huh. Alright, Thancred. Take care. I read that robot as Monka and not Mocha. I thought you had a Warhammer game to play. What happened? I dedicate this tree climb to David getting paid to watch me stream. May it never end. Wake up. Electric Zerk everywhere. Sorry, Isaac. Oh, I get it. Do robots dream of electric sheep? And this robot is a dreaming of electric Zerk. I don't like that joke, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it. What up? The soothing sound of trash falling, shimmering waterfalls, no dangers. It's a blissful place to work on my poetry. Here, listen. The mighty concrete, shielding me in its womb. Shall you also be my tomb? You think it's too solemn? Nah, it's dynamite. Hope you find your target audience. Whomever that may be. Don't nervous Jay-Z head bop to that. Only his name was Philip. You think it would have been a little too on the nose by then? You think this is more like Hush Hush not being named Philip K. Dick? Or take it one step further and make the robot name Philip, give them a robot dick and put a K on it? Really hammer it home? Oh, hello there. And it's been so long since we had a visitor. Well, except those damn Zerks, of course. Imagine if we could harness their power, having them run in a wheel or something. Such wasted potential. Okay, creepy. When I grow up, I want to be great like Aunt Clementine. I wanted to explore like she did, but the grown-ups forbade us to leave the ant village. Aw, that sucks. I hope one day you get to tickle your adventure funny bone. Potential energy, kinetic. Yeah. I hate it. Did I get red, yellow, purple? Those are the three that I saw. You're verbal now? Do you? Typing with the TV remote is miserable, but you did it. You did what few others could accomplish. You're gonna go down in the annals of Twitch history now. How do you feel? Go find Clementine. I hope nothing has happened to her. I hope that's not foreshadowing. Are you want some flowers, dog? I'm not interested in worldly possessions. Get out of my face, Baltazar. God. I'm no longer interested in worldly possessions, for I have ascended to a place where I no longer... What are you talking about? This food is actually horrible, but it's the only thing around. I'll have to unscrew my front casing if I keep eating this trash. That's funny. Please don't say that in front of the bartender. Oh, you've got a big smiley face. This is how Najid greets me. And DMs, by the way. Like that. I'm supposed to not be suspicious about this? I want a good screenshot of this. There you go. People call me the Tin Chef. I specialize in upcycling leftovers. Today's special, Ramen J45 with my secret ingredient. Okay, there's the ramen joke officially. Right, I got it. I see the ramen now. I've got it on my TV, but using my phone if I want to type messages. You might have unplugged this cord. That's tough, Ruby. Life is now a worldly possession for a robot? That's tough. Move, bottle. What do you think is the secret ingredient in the ramen? Or I guess the ramen in this case. I hear it's sizzling though. It do be sizzling. There's no secret kitty cat stuff here for me. One day that's how we'll all communicate. Just hope you're all ready for that. You laugh now, but there will come a time when all of our speech is just ones and zeros and blips and beeps. Hut. 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 Big kitty cat leap. Can I not go this way? Then what's the F-wording point? Wasn't there an alternate way up here? I'm just saying when your consciousness is contained in a worldly object, you can only disregard so much. Maybe they pretend not to see it. Maybe that's why no one's allowed to change the channel. You know? Hey, the game's on. You mind if I turn your consciousness to a different channel? No. I do mind. Okay. Big kitty cat yumps. Huh. It's a cool little collection. Oh, hello. I like your hat. That is a big, 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 big watering bucket. What are you growing? Ah. I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to Tina. Hello, buddy. How are you? Did you know that Aunt Clementine taught us how to grow special plants that can live without sunlight? I have a huge collection of them. You want to see? It's still missing some colors, though. I'm missing a yellow plant, a red one, and, yes, a purple plant. If only someone small and agile could get them for me. Space weed, let's go. And look at Tina. Robo Tina wants space weed colors. Don't worry, Tina, I got you. I love that color. Thanks, buddy. No problem, T. Here you go. Oh, wow, it's so pretty. Thank you. Could you find the other one for me, pretty please? Bow. Oh, I heard it's a rare plant. Thank you. You found them all. Thank you so much. Here, as a reward, take my badge. Oh, the Tina badge. That actually tracks. It looks so good with it. Well, take care now. See you, friend. Okay, that's a first in this game. So I'm used to seeing the different robot mannequins in the game like this that are leaning against the wall or holding something or stuck in the wall or being captured. But she, in a perspective manner, or someone, maybe May downstairs, painted a whole face on the mannequin robot. Yo, that is creepy. Holding the plant. Yo, oh my God. Dislike? Yeah, that's not. It's not very poggers, one might say. If I were to make a list of things that were pog, it'd be dead last. I'm bored. Aunt Clementine used to hold classes here. We learned a lot of cool stuff. It's still October 11th? We've done all this in a day? Sorry, oops, my bad, oops, sorry. Sorry, I wouldn't have knocked stuff over if you didn't have creepy dolls everywhere, my bad. Just a natural reaction, I guess, to being creeped out. Also. There we go. You're welcome. Back to the second floor? Oh, I was hoping I could jump out the last second right there. Because I thought I saw something. Maybe I'm imagining it. Let me see it. Absolutely, Kroby. That's why I ruined their whole mahjong. Yeah, see, there's a circle down there. Oh, that's the top of the pipe. I thought it was a cursor reaction. Never mind. Please don't stop the... That's definitely catable. I make catting a verb, by the way. I can definitely knock that over. I've got to get to it. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Yes. Oh my God, all the things I love to do. You order pizza or do you go buy frozen pizza? I don't know. Naja order pizza. Maybe you order pizza too. Although I imagine that buying pizza frozen would be considerably cheaper, so... I don't know if your boat needs floating, but if it does... Think you know what's happening to go. I am quite the agile cat. Nowhere I can't go. Aw. Yeah. Oh, we're going all the way up. This little up-close kitty cat. I want you to kitty. Okay. Easy enough. Valid. Where are we now? Loading. Did we just land here? Oh, right there. Okay. Just phasing in and out of consciousness. Ooh, can I press that? Okay, something goes there. A power source. Okay, I shall find. I don't have my laser anymore, so I have no defense mechanism. Didn't forget about that. Look at me being a brave little cat. I'm gonna screenshot this entire world, I swear to God. Hey, it's the subway. Look, this is a subway station. I had completely forgotten this kind of transportation existed. You could ride to anywhere in the city. People used to take it to go to work. I used to take it too. Every morning after saying goodbye to my family at home. I remember I was doing this for them. They're gone now. It was so long ago. They wanted to see the outside, but does that even matter anymore? What happened to them? What happened to everyone? Ooh. Anyway, we're near Midtown now. Let's find this Clementine. We have a picture of her. We can show it to people with companions. Okay. We're going some dark places right now, y'all. We're going some dark places of doesn't even matter anymore. What's it all for? Should we stop fighting? Do we ever start? Do I get an achievement if I do this? We'll never know. There's that. I wonder if. Nah, I don't want to know. I don't want to speculate on that. Okay. No useful cat stuff over here. Oh, you got pizza cravings because she mentioned it? Pizza do be sounding good, though. It's not often that it doesn't. Pizza's a great solution. The last TwitchCon that I went to, I exclusively ate pizza in the evenings. There's this nice little place where you could buy pizza by the slice. Those big New York style pizzas. Myself and TK and Fats and Moose. John, I think, a couple of times too, would stop by there and get it. As a regular Ohioan and former West Virginian, I'm not used to being able to just buy pizza by the slice. Like walking into a place and saying, can I just have 2 slices of pizza, please? And then walking around uptown or downtown with a paper plate of pizza. And it's casual, knowing that's 9 Lash. So that was a very real experience for me. I can't tell, it's happy, it made me happy to do it, but now saying it out loud, it feels kind of sad. I've experienced a lot in life, but the country bumpkin side of me is saying that out loud. And then You wouldn't believe it. I got to buy pizza by the slice. There was a shop, and I could just carry around downtown eating my pizza, and no one batted an eyelash. Like it was just an expectation. Yeah, Adrian, people do that. Do they? Or was I the exception to the rule? Ooh, controls. I love trains. They're finally speaking my language. I still didn't find that power source yet. Which I'm guessing I'll need for this train anyway, because it's not powered or moving, so... You don't have a gas station near you that does that? The Speedway has those internal heat lamp pizza rigs, but that's not the same to me. It's not like a 7-Eleven experience, you know, where you just walk in and you buy a heat lamp disgusting pizza. I mean like going to a place where they're making the pizza in the back and they put it out by the slice, or they take orders right there where you say, I want 2 slices of this, and they just make it. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm sure Cleveland has a bunch. And more vending machine. Tough. We got pizza by the slice, y'all. Pizza by the slice's bomb is so good. I'll never eat a Gino's pizza. As a single person, having to buy an entire pizza is unfortunate. Luckily, I thoroughly enjoy the next day pizza, as you should. I just eat whole pizzas. That's played out, though. You can eat a whole pizza anywhere, but by the slice, that's special. Because you have a decision to make. You've got to decide, at that point, how much pizza is adequate. When you order a whole pizza, you say small, medium, or large, which dictates like 8 inches or 12 inches or 14 or 16 inches, right? But by the slice, 3 could be too many. And it's a lot to carry around. 2 could be just enough. But what if you get hungry afterwards? Then what are you going to do? You know? Like, there's a lot of decision making that goes into play with this. Oh, screenshot. I mean, you could always eat your 2 slices, but then you got to walk back to the pizza place. And then you're like an a-hole. You can, hey, can I have 2 more slices of pizza to go? Which, honestly, it works out that way. Because sometimes you buy 4 slices of pizza and you can't eat them all. But you can eat 2 and then go back and eat 2 more. That's what makes pizza by the slice so exciting. It's an adventure. Sometimes I'm scared you Americans got enormous pizzas. We got enormous everything. Such as America. Large portions. Was it Gino's that you could get at grocery stores in Ohio and West Virginia? Can you remember the name? I want to say Gino's. We have Gino's. I don't know if it's an exclusive thing to the Midwest or not, to be honest. That 1 slice might be equivalent to half a small pizza. Yeah, that's true. House real big, pizza real big, everything real big. Pepperoni real big, sausage real big, crust real big. Let me tell you how I eat. Like that, buy that, like that, buy another one with that. Just doing cat stuff. Disappointed about the lack of plastic sounds as I walk around on top of it. Unfortunate. Stromboli? Oh no, you're like Ben Wyatt. Metro is closed due to pandemic restriction. Please do not enter. Any violation of rules can result of heavy prison sentence. So Stray takes place 5 years from now. That's... I don't know if it's concerning, I guess. Expected. It's a better way to say it. Well, that floor is looking kind of gross. Definitely taking a photo of this too. Huh. 2 large pieces and a small, just like that. Yeah. You have to understand, American portions are that big because it's not about sitting down and enjoying your food. It's about scarfing it down quickly, right? So if I order one large pizza, I'm not going to talk with my friends and slowly consume 3 slices and go, oh my God, that's too much. I'm going to box the rest home, you know? You eat 6 slices of pizza, then you converse with your friend a bit, eat 2 more and realize you're still hungry. Order another one, and then you realize I just ate 2 pizzas in an hour. Oh my God, I'm stuffed. That's how you eat. This is certainly a space here. What we got going on? Same. I'm back from more kitty cat. I was gonna say you left ? But I've been with you in Discord before, so this is not a surprise. I'm just gonna screenshot everything I see in this game. There are so many books here. The Turing Test Legacy, The Ethics of Artificial Intelligence. I recognize some of these. Did I have a library? I remember nothing was quite like the smell of books and the turn of the page. It was a feeling almost like comfort. A book was like spending time with someone. Amen. Amen. Kairos is in a constant state of that SpongeBob meme, and I love that for him. I dislike that for me. Whoa, big kitty cat leap. Turing tests, CS nerds are the worst. What does it mean if I can't pass the Turing test, huh? Am I a robot? All right, who are you? Okay. You don't want to talk to me unless I have... Oh. Blushy face. I rubbed against you. Speak to me. At the same time, my cat just rubbed against me in real life. Turing tests are alive. We're all flesh, meaty robots. Meaty meat bots. Stop it. Hello, Schmagiggles. Turing was a mathematician. As a mathematician, I need to point that out. No one cares about your Pythagoreans or your Alan Turings or anybody. You and your maths, plural. What we do care about is the mathematics of how long Schmagiggles has been a sub of this channel, which is 61 months. Welcome back, Adam, for 61. Not a significant anniversary in any way. 61 is just a number, and there are no good references or milestones attached to it. Actually, my friendo Nintendo, you are wrong. 61 months is actually your official 5-year anniversary. It's your actual 60 months. So it is important. So happy 5 years, Adam. And thank you. Hi, Mochi Mochi. I'm happy to see you. Turing was gay, and as a big queer, I also point that out. Really? I did not know that. Oh yeah, Turing. Hi, Jesse. Wow, Adam, Jesse, and Mochi at the same time. My favorite sandwich. Welcome, you three. You're pulling some Y2K, should be 2001 actually, shit. The important thing is that you know I'm not wrong. And at one point did you say I was wrong. You can dance around it, but in the end, you know I'm right. Turing was chemically castrated by the British government. What? I'm shocked by what happened. I'm not shocked by who did it and why they did it. Nor am I shocked that they would take a genius and do that to a genius. I'm more or less just shocked to hear the news. Not shocked at why or whom did it or the fact that you underappreciate or undervalue someone because of that. Incredible. Follow age. If you have BTTV, I think that works. UK didn't really treat him well at all, even after winning the war. I don't think the UK and the Americans treated anyone well after the war. Happy 5 years, pal. Thank you for the 5-year anniversary knowledge drop. Only properly awarded in 2000s as well. Maybe they should tear down some of those UK figures, just like they did the American figures, and replace them with Turing statues. Imitation Game is a great movie. I think I heard about that movie, but I didn't watch it. I'll have to watch that now. The UK and the Americans have never treated anyone well. True. Truthful statement. This is Kitty Cat Game. Yes. Benedict Cumberbatch, Alan Turing. I don't know, Mochi. This is my first playthrough and everything has been A-okay so far. So outside of any spoilers that hopefully don't happen, I don't know. There are circumstances that can hurt the kitty cat. As in, that was weird. As in, ventilation fans you have to shut off. I haven't tried going through them otherwise. I mean, why would you? Being chased by these alien creatures that when you get overwhelmed, you just kind of collapse. That's only happened to me once. And when I saw it happen, I promised I would never let this kitty cat come to harm again. And it's true. I have not died since. I refuse to let this kitty cat die on my watch. Y'all know I'm a good gamer, and my gaming skills are being put to the test right now because I will let nothing happen to this cat. Hey, you think if I hide down the back of this truck, I'll end up in the back of Shadow Moses? Yeah, Jesse, high five. Good joke. Good reference, Adrian. Thank you. Oh my God! Is that the slums? It has to be because there's the ceiling. I'm going all the way up. Wow. If Reem was here, Reem would go, wow. W-A-O-W. Kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Oh, Oppenheimer? Yeah, I know who that is. I know it's about. It's Nolan film. But just like what Rick said, I haven't even seen Tenet yet. So I'm not going to be in a rush to go see it. Just wonder how I found your channel then in 2016, but cool. I don't know. A lot of people from that day and age tell me they remember me playing the underwater game called Far Sky. I'm an interesting gamer. Thank you. I just love knocking stuff over, honestly. I have two moods. Knocking stuff over and taking screenshots. Those are my two moods. I found Okaydrian this year and I remember how I found them. Yeah. Did you ever play this game on Steam called Hydrophobia? No, doesn't ring a bell. Is that a Want It poster? Who's Want It? I'm not. Q. Wanted. Clementine. Troublemaker. Outsider. Rebellious. Please report any sightings. So wait, if I show Clementine's photo to these people right here, am I snitching? Don't worry about trash. Neko Corporation takes care of everything. Ah, yeah, right. Get out of here, Shinra. I already told you 5 times, Yosh. You can't run around like that. It's dangerous. Hey, this is the first time I've seen this kind of robot. You look so fluffy. You know who this is? Oh, it's the girl displayed on this wanted screen, right? You should ask somebody else. I'm too busy with Yosh here to know anything. Okay. Yo, Yosh. Yosh. Okay. Good talk. Oh my God, look what they have. I just noticed that. The locks on the fence. It's just like France. Look at all these whack people in love. It must be lice. Cute. What a neat little touch. And get a proper screenshot of that. Awesome. Oh my God, I didn't even look up. Look at that. Oh my God, of course there's trash in the rooftops too. People dropping debris and items from their upper levels right here into the fencing area. Man, this game, see, this is why it's important to look around in games and why I think visual storytelling is so important. Because yeah, there's very little combat. Yeah, there's very little wide open genre and NPCs are sparse here and there. But a story can be told in the environment alone. Sucks. And the game was made in France? Ah, of course. Puka Bear, I saw a few that said made in China as well. You rude. Why am I rude? They walked in my line of sight. Why am I the bad cat? Oh yeah, the subway station. That makes sense why they have the TV displays like this as you walk out. The Cubs game right there. There's the Laker game right there. World News right there. And then some talk show everybody loves right there. I love the lighting in this game. It makes me coo my po. I could live in this game. Fucking cops? ACAB? In the future? That sucks. I gotta find a way to set him free. Hey! Hey! You wanna question them, you gotta question me. Hey, brother, you good? Please leave me alone. I'm not the one you're looking for. You're looking for Clementine. I'm sure she's hiding in the Resistance. Please state your identity. Peacemaker 22106 KMA. Cooperate or we will have to transfer you to jail and reboot you? No. Someone find me a spark plug. Find me a spark plug. Or some water or something. The future's a police state. To no one's surprise. coup my Po? What about my Po? My Po hasn't been cooed at all. The wanted post looks very Handmaid's Tale. This bike looks very Handmaid's Tale. I can't get over how good this game looks. I'm about to just punch myself in the mouth. Access to lower level is restricted due to organic life hazards. Please keep out of this area. Oh, this is the elevator to the slums. It's the one you see in the slums that says locked off. This is the one they fought over into adding access to it. Which means these are the people who keep throwing their trash down to the lower levels. My God, this game is so good. Look at that view. I might end up buying this on PC when I have money to spend recklessly, just so I can play it on my Steam Deck and appreciate the environments there. Oh, hello. What's good, my Nintendo? What? Why frowny face? What's the matter, buddy? You hear that down below? That ebb? That flow? Oh no. Shit. It's a slam poetry bot. The city haunts me. It taunts me. Oh, Clementine? Yeah, I used to hang out with her. But she wanted to leave. She was a breeze, and then she flew. She's a wanted person now. And that too heavy for me. Shh, hear that? That ebb, that flow. I don't like you. I'm happy you frowned when I rubbed against you. I'm gonna pee on your mattress. Oh, is that a cat bed? Dog. Now you know the pan out for this scene is about to be brolic. All right. I'm gonna take a pee break, and I bet this is the best pan out in the game. Hey, check it out, Pixar. All right, pan me out, brother. Oh, it's not a cat bed. I thought I was gonna pan out and show the entirety of the slums from this position. What a cat bed position that would have been. Unfortunate. The capital F. Can I get some unfortunate in the chat? Don't do that. Catapon. Whoa, you almost didn't make it, little buddy. Do it again. Okay. Interesting. This is how you know you're a cat, because you can do this with no fear. You think I'd do that as a cat? Wow. It looks hand-painted. I wonder how much of that is pre-rendered and how much of that is actually rendered from the actual townscape below. You know what I mean? There'd be no reason, I guess there'd be no reason to render it because you're not interacting with it right now, unless you can open that elevator and go down there. But you could also hide that as a loading screen for below, like in Mass Effect. Unless you already had the assets to use, in which case they would be rendered. They didn't take up a lot of resources. They're probably just pre-rendered though. Shut up, Adrian, no one asked. One giant light. This is, oh my God, this game makes me just want to leave the one I'm with. Start a new relationship with this game, Nothing but dubs. Who are you? Oh, you're the one I tripped. Talk to me. That's what you. Oh my God! Face first into the steps. Jesus Christ! I didn't do it. Oh my God! Your poor little robot face. Welcome to hell in the cell. God Almighty! That's God as my witness. That cat has broken him in half. Stop the damn match. For the love of God. Man has a family. Type beat. Nothing back here has me suspicious. Like I'd go here to hide from something or someone. Very interesting. So opening in the roof right there. I wonder if I can get up there. At the police. Whoa, this might be Midtown. Whoa! Midtown is poppin'. Only 30% of people who play this game reach Midtown? Are you serious? 30% of people who play this game reach Midtown? 1 out of 3? Just under? Boo! Everyone's all about the kitty cat game life until it comes time to be about the kitty cat game life. Bunch of phonies everywhere. Oh, hello. Oh. Open up, I'm a cat. Hey, I'm off to work, see you later. Okay, honey, be cautious of those sentinels. They are quick to make arrests for no good reason. To no one's surprise, might I add. Don't worry about me, babe, I'm good. Sentinels? Days of our future past? But in a cat game? I hope we have the equivalent of Magneto in this game. Huh. Huh. Perfect. Yeah, it's still October 11th. I thought I saw an X button right there. I guess not. Stop and frisk? Shit, not on my watch. Hello. What are you waiting on? What are you reading? See y'all. Y'all see that? Look at the homies reading. Who is Alfred Smith? On what authority can you write that book, Alfred? You know what I mean? And why is it part 5? Why is there a 4-part book series on how to be a ninja? I guess. I like your pants, by the way. Your joggers. Wow, Midtown's bumping. Da 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 da. This place is busy. You're right, they are cobblestone streets. I love cobblestone streets. Broken apart, too, by the continuous damage offered. Wow, big jumps. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go. Got my eye on you. Look at me doing kitty cat stuff. I have 0 limitations. Meow. Catapon. I thought I heard someone meow back. Neon drenched cobblestone streets. Now, Tech Noir, this is an MMO I play. Not Stray, but there was an MMO that had cobblestone neon streets. I would play it based on that alone. And it would be my home city. They were to ask Ninja with a thing. I do remember that. I am Ninja, we are Ninja, you are Ninja too. I am Ninja, she is Ninja, and that's why we are Ninja too. I do recall that. It's been a while since I thought about that. Is this the end of my kitty cat trek? Huh. Really thought I'd be able to do more with this trek, but I guess not. Like a hop on that? Or up there? Let me do more kitty cat stuff. Don't limit me. I'm already this high up. Why stop? I want to go all the way up. Cute. Can't wear heels in cobblestone streets. No, but they sound nice. Clock, 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 clock. Residency, Shop Street. You can actually go to Neko Corporation. Wowie, wow. At Neko Corp, we work all day long to gather the waste and send it downstairs where they recycle and repurpose it. Do they now? Speaking of downstairs, it has been a while since we have had news from them. Cool picture, that one. Hey, is that an address in the back? First symbol is the street. Then there's a floor and a door number. Okay. So street floor, door number. Street floor, door number? I see. So blue street on the green floor, red door. Right. Twist both ankles messing around with the cobblestones. Ain't my problem. Oh my God, everything's so green and orange. What do you mean, what? Blue number 305. Huh? Where are you getting the 0 from? 3 dots, 5 dots? Third door, fifth door? Third floor, fifth door? On Blue Street? Third floor, fifth apartment. Huh. I guess this game is so symbolic, I keep thinking everything is symbols. Then again, I did just finish playing Escape Academy, so everything to me is a puzzle. That's how apartments are numbered in high-rises. I wouldn't know, Naja. I live in the bottom dweller area, under the high-rises, having their trash thrown on top of me. I have limitations there. Cute. I want to go inside of there. No trespassing. Mechacorp is protected by security sentinels. Not responsible for injury or possible death. Ah. Hey, yo. Hell nah. Hell nah. Little mister, when I fuck, I don't even take my chains off. Look at that. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute. Hold up. Let me do cat stuff down here first. I gotta speak to you. I gotta talk to you. Cat box. Doom 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 doom. That would be the cutest thing in the world. Ha! I'm busy. What do you want? Buzz off, okay? Okay, good talk, Blazer. I'm rooting for you. Go on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too. So go on, brush your shoulders off. Get that dirt off your shoulders. You gotta get that dirt off your shoulders. You gotta get that dirt off your shoulders. Oh no, now I'm littering. If you can't be part of the solution, don't be part of the problem, right? Well, too bad. I'm a kitty cat and I do what I want, including being part of the problem. They got a whole fashion shop too? Man, I'm never leaving this game. Supposed to be like a 6-8 hour long adventure. You kidding me? And whose playthrough? They got a bouncer? Man. And a side alley? Man. Ooh. I'm out of wine. What am I gonna do? Buy more wine? I mean, I know I'm usually the one who complicates things, but it sounds like you're complicating things too. Just buy more wine. This merchant Crick sold me a faulty battery the other day. Now he just pretends not to hear me every time I try to confront him. If it wasn't for the sentinels on patrol, he'd end up with spare parts. Talk that talk. It's okay, buddy. I got your back. Oh my God, he's serious. Out of battery. That's tough. So dude ripped you off and then pretend like he's out of battery, out of charge. That is genius. Excuse me, you sold me a faulty battery the other day and I feel like I want my money back. Hello? Hey, I know you got a full charge of battery, dog. Quit playing with me, wake up. Sorry, my battery's not charged. Can't help you, brother. That's really, really funny, actually. Genius. But then I'd have to go and come back. Yeah, but I'm ending stream in like 5-10 minutes anyway, so if you're worried about missing content here, you won't miss much. Because I gotta go to the gymnasium. It's shoulder day. Ah, safe. Code backwards? Okay. Oh, I get it. The code backwards. Right. 8542. That's cute. That's cute. Luckily, like I said, I just finished playing Escape Academy. So my brain's in the right place for this kind of thing. 8542. Easy money. Cat badge. What more could I want? Why you had a cat badge in your safe? Is the real question. Like, I don't see any reason why you have that. You never figured out that code? Brains are just wired differently. I'm sure there's a lot of things that you got that I would take me 3 hours to figure out. But yeah, I just see it as edoc is code backwards. So if the word code is backwards, then the numerical sequence has to be backwards as well. It's not the big. The way I see it is it basically says the word code is backwards, and when you think about that, that's basically how I just sounded just now. You know what? I have no shame. This dude really is like battery out. Interesting. Does he have an angry face? He does have an angry face. Yo. Dunce Academy? Now, you be nice to you. You're a mathematician. I was gonna say mathematicians don't speak that way, but I have no basis to say that. Maybe y'all do speak that way, in which case, who am I to tell you to stop? Keep it up. Oh, you know what? I was thinking the same thing, Pokimane. Not his battery, but I know back at that train station, there was that empty compartment. And I'm still looking for something to put inside that compartment. I didn't forget about that. And I thought maybe there might have been a battery in there that I put in there that I use. Although, maybe I used the subway station to advance past all this. So maybe that's a advancement of the storyline for later on. I'm speculating. I'm not asking, by the way, before anybody's like, actually, Adrian, don't actually me. I'm not asking. I'm just talking out loud and speculating out loud. As I do. Before you end stream? I'm afraid not, homie. I gotta go like in the next 2 minutes and I don't want to rush anything. Just come back next stream. I'll be playing it again tomorrow. It'll be great. It'll give you something to look forward to. And me too. We both win. Ooh, I gotta find out what's happening back here too. I love Midtown. This is my... No. This is one of my favorite towns I've ever played in a game.